It's the final of the 34th America's Cup in San Francisco. And after 11 races, Emirates Team New Zealand are on match point. They lead 8-1 against the defenders Oracle Team USA. The Kiwis are within tantalising distance of winning the oldest trophy in world sport.
To me, the America's Cup is almost a duty and something that our country needs to get back and put right. I certainly have passion, but single-mindedly to win. I don't actually care about any other process at the moment other than trying to win it.
The whole of New Zealand will be holding its breath. A nation that has waited for this moment for a decade. Just what are we going to see from Oracle Team USA? Because today could be their last throw of the dice. To prevent Team New Zealand from taking the cup home, the Americans had to win the next 8 races straight without faltering.
And at mark number 1, it's the Americans with the lead in a do-or-die situation here in San Francisco.
Oracle are leading at the first mark. American supporters are holding their breath. Can they defend this?
The Americans with the slight advantage over Emirates Team New Zealand in a must-win situation.
By the 3rd mark, Oracle had extended their lead. Their determination not to lose translated into textbook sailing.
So the Americans will come to the line and they will extend this series. Oracle Team USA gets the win in race 12.
Boys are really focused today and just really accepting the challenge. So we're straight on to the next one and that's how we're going to treat it, one after the other.
Oracle had bought themselves another chance. But in the next race, New Zealand fought back hard. They sailed to a commanding lead. Surely it was time for New Zealand to stand and celebrate.
The lead is more than 1,200 meters to Emirates Team New Zealand, one win away from taking the America's Cup.
Then came a stunning blow.
Time limit has expired. This race has been abandoned. The race has been abandoned.
The race limit is 14 minutes, and in the light winds, the Kiwis had run out of time. Just 2 minutes sailing from victory.
Very frustrating day, to be honest. I think we started a pretty solid first race. It's disappointing to be that close, but so far away.
This cup had been truly a roller coaster ride for both teams, and the balance was about to change again. The Oracle racing boat was suddenly much faster. The crew had become more confident. The package seemed invincible.
Jimmy Spithill and company accelerate at the line, and they are the first ones to mark number 1.
The pressure is mounting by the minute.
In the most extraordinary comeback in the event's history, Oracle was in charge.
They'll just be happy with that, getting the victory and extending this regatta into day 14.
The unbelievable was coming true. Race after race, Team New Zealand were unable to find the solitary win they so badly needed.
Emirates Team New Zealand desperately need to get out of this losing streak if they are to win the Cup.
And by race 18, the unthinkable happened.
We are all even at 8. With one race to determine the 34th America's Cup, it will be winner take all.
It's the most exciting day of all of our lives and we wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Mate, bring on tomorrow.
Oracle had come back with 7 straight race victories, and the America's Cup final would be decided in the next race. Dean Barker had to stay positive in a scenario he could never have imagined.
The wind is good, we are all clear. Race 19, one race for it all.
Such a critical moment in this race. Oh, they both have huge skids piled in by Oracle.
Emirates Team New Zealand gets the whole shot. Oracle takes a big dip. How much will that hurt them?
Just a boat length separated the teams as they sped towards Mark II. They were just seconds apart. New Zealand won the start and led the early phase of this huge stakes race. But Oracle had something special. Their boat was now simply faster upwind.
And at this point on the race course, the Americans have taken the lead by 20 meters. Big cross with the Americans having the right of way, and they will make the cross.
That means that's about a 3 boat length gain in over the last minute and a half. It's a big jump for Oracle.
And the Americans never looked back. They just went on increasing their lead.
The Stars and Stripes say it all. The comeback of 2013 is complete. America's Cup will stay in America.
Oracle had made the greatest comeback in America's Cup history.
We're facing the barrel of the gun at 8-1, and what do these guys do? They didn't even flinch. And man, just a fantastic team effort.
Dean Barker and his crew could only look back at what could have been.
I'm incredibly proud of our team and what they've achieved. I'm gutted that we didn't get the last win that we needed to take this cup back to New Zealand, and it's just it's very hard to swallow.
I mean, the greatest comeback in sports history. It says a lot about a team, a lot about the character, the heart and the fight they've got inside them. Man, it was worth every single part of it.
There were many question marks coming into this America's Cup. About the boats being too expensive, too big, too radical, that no one would watch the racing. But the 34th America's Cup final has been such a spectacle of sport that it has silenced almost all of the critics. To me, it was actually a human story, where one group of men were so close to winning a prize, not just for themselves, but for their passionate nation, only to be overhauled by the might of the American team, with the winning post literally meters away. When the emotions die down, we will be left to reflect that Larry Ellison did have a bold and controversial dream for this cup. And I think that that dream has changed the sport forever.